Ooh, welcome everyone to the Daily Juice Podcast on the Betting Pros Network. I'm your host, Sean Stacking the Money Green. Give me a follow over on Twitter at Sean T. Green. And as always, Daily Juice is being brought to you by BetMGM. Use the promo code JUICE. $10 bet turns into $200 in free bets. If either team scores a touchdown, good for college and pro football. Restrictions apply. All right. Unfortunately, we gave some back to the gambling gods. There you go, gambling gods. 0-3. Thankfully, all one-unit plays, unlike my Austin Hooper 90-1. All right, I won't bring it up every episode, but come on. Still got a nice little just ride off that. And shout out to everyone who said thanks and appreciate it. And people leaving positive reviews. That's always awesome. But all right, we'll recap the picks. Probably blow through because like I said, 0-3. Don't want to hang around this negative energy. Want to get to the college football picks. 4 2-unit plays, for 3 2-unit plays, and 1 2-unit money line round robin. That's right, up in a unit, closing it out strong. Love me some doggies in the college football slate. All right, let's get to it. Tulsa, they didn't cover the spread. Didn't get the win, 48-42. Man, 90 points? Are you kidding me? So shout out to the guy on YouTube who goes, hey, you like the over? And I outthought him. I go, you know what? I'm the super smart gambling guy. I know you got to go under. No, his instincts were right. This game got out of control early and often. Wild game. But again, that's what you're getting with action. Tulsa won, didn't get the cover, so 0-2 on that. And then UCLA. What happened, UCLA? I thought they would have... I was surprised at the Illinois fan turnout. That was certainly shocking. And just the UCLA collapse. They were up 9.5. Ended up losing by 9. Oh, man. Almost as bad as LMU and Georgetown. Wow, that game was hilarious. I didn't give this out on the show, but I was on LMU. And, man, they were getting destroyed. And then just a crazy second half ended up rolling there. But 0-3. We can do better. And thankfully, we got college football coming up. Hey, I don't know if you can do better than a chance to win an autographed jersey of Kenneth Walker III, a.k.a. K9. Just go to youtube.com/bettingpros, hit subscribe, comment on this video, automatically entered to win this autographed jersey. Again, that is really simple. I mean, think how many contests you've entered in your life. Is it really ever that easy of just hitting subscribe, just commenting on the video? Today's comments, throw out your NFL locks, what you guys like for the NFL slate. I already got some kind of locked and loaded, but, I'm always open to new suggestions. I'm gambling curious. I'm ready. Hey, what do you got over there? All right, we can talk. I'm always down to expand my horizons when it comes to, laying out some sweet parlays. All right, let's get to the picks. Enough messing around. First up, we got some Big 12 football. You got Texas at Kansas. I'm taking Kansas plus 9.5 over on BetMGM for 2 units. I mean, Quinn Ewers, he started out hot, and that game against Alabama where he started looking pretty good. He's had a couple moments early, but he's really fallen off, especially on the road. I love Kansas as a home dog. If you remember, a while back we were riding Kansas early and often, got away from us a little bit. I think some of that was not having their quarterback, Jalen Daniels. Jalen Daniels, he is back. You see his social media. He's fired up. He's ready to go. Love that. Love the energy this kid brings to the team. 9.5 is a lot for Kansas as a home dog, especially in this Texas defense. It just lets up a ton of points. Daniels had a great game against Texas last season. Ended up 4 touchdowns for him. And you look at some of these trends. Texas on the road, 1-5 ATS. Texas is 0-5 ATS in their last 5 games against Kansas. And Kansas has been great at home, especially against the spread. 5-0-1 ATS in their last 6 home games. So give me the Jayhawks plus 9.5. This feels like a great spot for them. Next up, keeping the dog alive. Illinois catching 17.5 at Michigan. I'm getting that over at BetMGM for 2 units. This is just, it really could be anyone, and I would be looking to fade Michigan here. This is just a look-ahead spot, right? Oh, they're playing Ohio State next week, and we see this all the time with college. You see it sometimes in the NFL as well, but the look-ahead spot is real. And also, I think 17.5 is a pretty big number to give to an Illinois team with like a pretty good defense. They're allowing 79.7 rushing yards per game only. That ranks fourth nationally. They are also leading the nation in points per game allowed at 10.4. This feels like an ugly Big Ten football. I'm sure it's not going to be warm. It'll be a little scrappy. 17.5 feels way too much. Can Michigan win by double digits? Sure. But I don't see them getting it up to like 21 points. I think Illinois is going to be hanging around in this game. This is this is an awesome get-up spot for Illinois as well. And again, Michigan could be looking ahead towards Ohio State. And Illinois has been good on the road. 6-1 ATS in their last 7 games all on the road. So it could be the Fighting Illini plus 17.5 for 2 units. Next up, we got Boise State at Wyoming. Taking Wyoming here as a home dog plus 14.5, minus 115 over on FanDuel for 2 units. Laramie, Wyoming. It's a very tough place to go in and get a win. Boise State 1-6 ATS in their last 7 games against Wyoming. Wyoming always plays them tough. You might remember Wyoming as the team that beat Air Force 17-14 at home in a primetime spot. Wyoming 5-1 ATS versus a team with a winning record in their last 6 games. That would be Boise State here. This is just, college football 101. They're at home. It's senior night. They're catching a disrespectful number. Boise State, yeah, is it cold in Boise? Sure. But when you're on the road and you're playing a team that's, getting up and kind of playing for their lives as well. Because if Wyoming wins this, they're kind of in the driver's seat for the Mountain West. So this is a massive, massive game. And last but not least, secret elevation. That's right. Why don't we run another, should run, you guys will just Google it. I was going to say trivia. How high is Laramie, Wyoming? But we can think of some other trivia. I want to unload some more hats. Hit me up in the Discord. How should I give away the hats? Laramie, Wyoming, 7,165 feet. So to compare that, Denver, 5,280, Laramie, 7,100 feet. That's tough. That's a tough spot on a Saturday night. Again, senior night. They're going to be up for this game. And I think it's just a great motivation spot. Love me a good home dog. So, Wyoming plus 14.5. Illinois plus 17.5. Kansas. I keep saying Texas. Kansas plus 9.5. All 2 units on that. And then we go to the final pick, a.k.a. the round robin moneyline parlay. If you guys aren't familiar, real quick recap. Basically, we're putting 4 bets and just doing different combinations of these 3 teams on the moneyline parlay together. So Kentucky, Illinois as a parlay, Kentucky, Wyoming as a parlay, and then Illinois and Wyoming, all moneyline parlays. And then, of course, you have to do the 3-teamer, Kentucky, Illinois, and Wyoming, half unit on each of those for 2 total units. I don't even want to tempt you folks with the payout there because it's off the chain, as the kids used to say, off the chain. That was right around Y2K. Again, that was like right around when I was graduating high school. Y2K, it's going to destroy all the computers, man. They're going to rise up. I never understood the messaging there. It was 1, all the computers were going to be destroyed and broken, but 2, also the computers were going to rise up and technology was going to destroy us. Neither has happened, although you could argue social media is its own way of destroying society. But hey, perfect reminder, follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Green, and recapping the picks. Of course, the round robin moneyline parlay, 2 units, half a unit each on those teams on the moneyline. Of course, the 3-teamer, Wyoming plus 14.5. Laramie, no one wants to go to Laramie. That is a tough place to get a dub. Illinois plus 17.5 against Michigan. Michigan looking ahead to Ohio State. Last but not least, Kansas, they're getting Jalen Daniels back. I feel good about them as a home dog here, plus 9.5. Hey, follow us on TikTok at Betting Pros. Check out betmgm.com. Use our promo code JUICE. And follow me on Twitter at Sean T. Green. Check out my other podcast, the Sports Gambling Podcast. And you know what to do. Subscribe, rate, and review. And as always, don't forget to let it ride.